morning, everybody. Welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Joey Evans.
We are psyched because it is the week of the big game bash.
Oh, buddy!
Let's go! Woo-hoo! You guys are gonna get wrecked.
In a game?
What do you? I think he means on
That
the
is
drive
the
there.
end of my statement. No, you guys are gonna get
Took the
wrecked in
area
a
of
game.
time.
Yes, of course. In a game, not in real life.
Okay, good. All right.
Come on
all right.
now. You guys are on an upward trajectory in real life.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Alrighty, well, welcome to Board Game Smorgasbord. We want to say thank you to some of our Kickstarter backers from 2024. Thank you to Edward and Michael Marietta.
Thank you.
To the Guys Weekend crew, Andrew, Nick, Brian, Nicholas, Thomas, and Ernie.
What's up, guys?
To Gareth Smith, to Pitu Vananen,
Thank you.
to Mateo Panza,
Mateo.
to Bart Merks,
Thanks, Bart.
to the Way Too Many Campaigns, Far Too Little Time game group.
Good luck.
Agreed.
Is that us?
That's that. Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good name.
To Johnny Abito,
What's going on, John?
to Sylvia from Finland,
Hello,
and Back to
Finland.
Games, the friendly local game store in Dubai.
Ooh.
Oh, Con? Invite us? Yes?
Alrighty. So a couple things we're going to be. Well, one of the things I've been working on the past couple days is the schedule for Dice Tower West. I think they just released or are releasing today the schedule of events. There are lots of different events. One of the events at Dice Tower West is Jackie Smith is going to be doing a panel.
Oh,
Did I
yeah.
say Jackie Smith?
The Jackie Fox.
Jackie Fox.
Right.
Why did I say
Jackie
Smith?
Smith will not be there.
Jackie Smith from the Smiths.
Jackie Fox.
Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah, we'll be doing a top 10 there. We also have a game show there. And we'll just be there in general, having a great time. And you too could be there. Go to DicetowerWest.com, buy your tickets now, because if you wait to the door, they are more expensive.
You're gonna get wrecked. In
There
games.
it works. Yeah.
So there's no more live stuff for the rest of this week. We had a top 10 scheduled for later today, but we're moving that to next week. So next week we'll get 2 top 10s.
What?
So
Double feature.
double feature.
Top 10 scary things.
Oh, I would do that. I can name them right now.
Joey's eyebrows.
That's number one. You spoiled it.
Sorry.
You're afraid of your own eyebrows?
I am. They're huge. And they move.
They move.
Anyway, come to Dice Tower West.
You'll get more silliness like this.
Anyhow, so without further ado then, let's get into Smorgasbord, and we'll start with the news. All right, so
What do we
first in
got?
the news, Kids Table Board Games has signed a distribution partnership with Ori Game.
Big box.
Ori Game has made a few games in the past. They made Oh My Orchids, because
Yes.
I want to say there's 4 or 5 games that start with the words "Oh my." Yes,
Yeah.
it's really annoying.
Oh my gourds.
Oh my
one.
goods.
Oh my goods. Oh my orchids, which doesn't even, I don't get that one.
Yeah, I know.
This one thing I do have a question about. Are we sure it's origame or origami?
Ooh.
Because it's clearly an origami crane.
It's like a camel.
Okay, so I would say that then origami, or a game, origami, maybe.
That's interesting. I'm confused
like
and
it.
intrigued.
By the way, it's Oh My Goods, Oh My Brain,
Oh my
Oh My Lair, Oh My Darling, Oh My Pigeons, Oh My Gold, Lions and Tigers and Bears, Oh My,
Sure.
Goth Save the Queens, Oh My Goth, Oh My Park, Oh My Deer with EER, Oh My Sheep, Oh My Gourds, you remember the one, Oh My Ring,
Some of
Oh
these
my-
don't make any sense.
Oh My Gourd, Oh My Fish Head, Oh My Garden, Oh My Word, Oh My Words. Yeah, I'm not reading some of these.
Yeah. Oh,
I
my.
like
Is
it.
all I'm gonna say to
I
that.
like it.
All right. Anywho, so these are going to be available. I just reviewed Chock-a-Block, and it was very, very okay. But, hey, maybe y'all will love it.
Is that a huge box, or are we talking like dungeon
No.
drop?
It is this small.
Oh, it's a tiny little baby.
Tiny little box.
So it's like a dungeon drop style box.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
In other partnership news, Renegade Games has announced a partnership with Serious Dice.
Yes.
These are special dice for specific classes in Dungeons and Dragons, as you can see there. I like how they have Warlock, Bard, Rogue, and Drist.
Well, that's the fourth
Isn't
one.
that like
He's
that is not a
class. He's like a specific character.
that's a one guy, right?
yes.
That's not the dragon, right? That's a dude.
No, he's a dark elf. He has a panther.
For real?
Yeah.
That's cool. What's the panther's name? Deep cut.
Tigera?
I don't know. I haven't read any of the books. I just know he's a panther.
What's a
Somebody
thundercloud?
told me you were a reader.
Panthera.
Like the band?
No,
A vulgar display of power?
The Thundercats.
All right.
We went different directions.
Speaking of D&D, Peanuts Worldwide has announced a partnership with Cryptozoic.
The doctor is in.
This is cool. I don't know if the game's going to be any good or not. It's from Cryptozoic, so who knows? It could be anywhere. But I like the idea of a Peanuts game. Peanuts is definitely an IP that has really faded into the
It
background.
really has.
When we were kids, Peanuts was like king.
Yeah.
Snoopy was like
The
Snoopy was
Lord.
Everywhere.
Snoopy ruled the land with an iron fist.
no, but Snoopy there was Snoopy lunchboxes.
I agree.
Snoopy was all over the place, and then of course the Peanuts Christmas special. But we didn't watch just that; we watched the Thanksgiving special.
Yep.
Yeah, I like
The
that one.
multiple movies that they came out.
He's the only reason I know about the Red Baron. That is it.
Like the historical figure from World
Yes,
War
that is the
I?
only reason I know anything about the Red Baron.
Wow.
He is a nemesis.
Well, he shot down Snoopy quite a few times.
He did, and that's
Yeah.
why I don't like him.
Historical
They got
fact.
along though at Christmas. Remember that? That was really nice.
And Snoopy's doghouse apparently leads to
It's huge.
a mansion down
Yes.
there.
So
Yeah,
what
it
is
was
this? What is this? A Snoopy card game or a Snoopy trading card game? What is this?
Hopefully on a trading
Are
card
those
game.
booster packs?
Probably a party game,
Wait,
right?
wait.
It's not TCG, is
Tell
it?
me it is. Tell me it is.
No. There's two things. Okay.
What's the first one?
One is cards, like you said. That's that first box.
Okay.
The doctor is in?
No, the
That one?
doctor it is in is a game.
Okay, what do you mean
It takes
cards?
inspiration. No, like you can. It's like just trading cards. The
There's
Peanuts.
no game?
No. There's two things. Box one, trading cards. Box two is a game.
Right, but the trading cards are just trading cards?
Yeah, they are. No.
What is it,
no,
the 80s?
No, they're not. They include basic, color it, foil activity, sticker puzzle, and standy, scratch and sniff, how to draw, or temporary tattoo cards. So yes, the 80s.
The 80s.
Wow.
Back when Snoopy was king.
Anyhow,
Temporary
in this
tattoos.
game, you will be. It looks like one person asks for advice, and other people give panels from the comic strip with Lucy giving answers, I guess, to advice.
Oh, this is kind of like the make up a comic sort of games. Or
Oh, those
there was the Deadpool one.
Cyanide Happiness.
Cyanide and Happiness
Yeah.
has one.
I would not recommend that one.
Well,
but
those
yes.
are good for people that are allergic to.
Yeah, Peanuts is like the
Peanuts.
very opposite, right, of cyanide and happiness.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, that's peanut.
All right, you can have your joke. All right. Next,
Say it again.
we have
Let's say it
Tricky
again.
Treats,
Tom hates it.
which incidentally is not coming from Trick or Treat Studios.
I like the artwork though.
But it looks like it does with that artwork and everything. This is actually from Cranial Creations, and you have transparent cards.
Oh.
Where you're dressing up the kids, putting the outfits on top of them. And so matching outfits get you more points, but odd combinations will get you more candy and things during the game.
Huh.
Okay.
It seems cute.
It's a cute little game.
It's cute.
Yeah, who knows? Transparent
They
cards.
have Peanuts theme on it.
If you live in Thailand, and if you go to Burger King, and if when you're at Burger King you order a meal that has Coke, Sprite, or Fanta, then you can send the receipt. This is the next one.
This is very
You
specific.
can send the receipt to Facebook to Burger King Thailand, and you can get this game.
I want that game.
This is a real-time slap down the cards type of game,
I need it.
Yep.
which normally I would hate,
But
but because it's from Thailand and it's sponsored by Burger King, I irrationally want this so much.
I
Do you
agree.
really? Honestly.
Yes.
just to at least look at it, like just because of the oddity of
For
it.
bragging
that's all.
rights.
It is an odd idea. It just sounds like
I'm just annoyed because I was in Thailand, and late one night I did go to Burger King and got a meal with Fanta. I, by all rights, should have this game.
I think you should ask for it. Retroactive.
Why don't you
the
write
receipt.
right to the king? Right to the king. Dear Burger King.
All right, who's creepier, that king or the McDonald's clown?
No, that king is creepy.
I agree.
Because at least Ronald can show like some expressions on his face. That king is always that same one.
Yes, he will be.
I know you've seen the YouTube video where the king and Ronald McDonald.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised they've yet to find an actor who kind of looks like that. and just have him be a person, because it's always like a dude with a creepy, like it's like the Purge looking, head. I mean, and it never changes. There's always that smile. Somebody could make a great horror movie with that. A little blood splatter and that smile, and you're done. Sold.
As soon as he hits public domain,
I agree. Like KFC has done it. They've had like 6 different actors now play the Colonel.
I agree.
Do it.
Wendy's
Come on,
been
get
one
you a
actress.
king.
All right, Punch Bowl. Everyone, when the giant fruit started growing, no one knows when the giant fruit started growing, but everyone agrees they make legendary punch. So you need to make punch and have a band of rollicking revelers. Anyway, this is coming to crowdfunding from Runaway Parade Games.
It's like a messed up, like I figured it was ants
This is from
first,
the people
but
who made Fire Tower.
Hey.
You've seen it at every con. They have those little orange.
yeah.
I didn't
gems.
hate Fire Tower. It's pretty mean.
You are the only person I know who didn't
you
hate
like
Fire Tower who played
you
it,
like
which
Fire
means
Tower-
nothing to me because you love bad games.
You do, Joe. It's true.
But the weird
If you like
can,
Fire Tower, you're going to love Punch Bowl.
you know what? I'm bringing it to the bash. We're playing Fire Tower. I will bring it. I still have it.
I'm not playing it.
You got to try it.
No.
Have you not tried it?
I read the reviews.
Oh, we have to try it. You get
You
to
might
blow
not be
fire at other people.
You might not be allowed in if you bring it.
You know what?
All right, next we
Great
have
game.
the treasure ship of the Zhang He. This is from Okazu brand. Oh, no, it's not from Okazu brand, but it is from Hisashi Hayashi. And it's going to be coming from a Japanese publisher called Harvest Valley. So this is one of his heavier games. Mm-hmm. Wow. The last one he made heavy game was Yokohama, which got a lot of love. So, yeah, I'm very interested in this one.
Cool.
I like the artwork up until the eyes. That's how I draw eyes on minis. The eyes look,
That's true. What is that guy doing with his eyes?
yeah,
Looking
that's,
up.
That's why I
Like,
avoid eyes.
Oh, another cover.
That's everything about the.
You're right. Like, hey, he's like, I need to go take my ship out to war. Like, first, pose for this painting.
If you take it, yeah.
Here's an interesting cover. This is Campania.
Wow,
this is,
that's a cover.
Yeah, it is, right?
Woo.
Yeah, this is
Really nice.
This is coming to Kickstarter also.
Wow.
And Level 99 is going to be picking it up in America.
What's happening there?
It looks like a kind of like the. So if you have an anime show, and then you have the box that you would buy with that anime stuff for that show in it, that's what the box would look like.
You're right. I really wish they would take that title and move it down, because it's like one of the O is right over one of the engines on that ship. And it just looks weird.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, you can't tell that's clashing.
Yeah.
Move it down to just below her, standing there on the outcropped, platform. Idiots.
Anyway, you're going to send your workers out, revealing dice, and to see who you're going to compete for different spaces, and the highest value die will take that space. It sounds a little like the Western game, Carson City.
Western Legends.
Also, and we'll talk about this more when it shows up in crowd surfing, but if you've missed the new Adventure Time Card Wars game, which came out 10 years ago.
Whoa!
It's doing really well. As of February 1st, it was at 500,000.
Wow.
So Adventure Time, well, this is like anything. Once the show's over, sometimes they become more popular.
Right.
They have that audience that now has money to buy things. Because when this game came out, it did okay.
People were broke.
Wait a minute. Now they're adults. They have money.
Is that a peppermint?
That is a vampire peppermint. Yes.
Does he kill and drain other peppermints?
He's not a nice guy, but he does work for the princess in a role for her. He's sort of evil, but not quite.
Be honest.
That's what I've been told by people who
be
watch
honest,
the show.
I know. I'm like, wow.
Does most of your inspiration for the RPG we do come from this? Be honest.
A lot.
No, this makes what I do look sane.
I've never seen any of these, by the way.
I don't know if you like them or not. I really like it, but it's a very much acquired taste.
Huh.
It's like, and each episode, they're pretty short episodes. They can vary back and forth. There's some episodes where it's, wow, that was a pretty deep episode, and the next episode, they'll fight over a cookie for the entirety of the episode. I like it a
I
lot.
might check it out.
I like it a lot, and I thought it had a good ending, and I thought it had some really great bad guys and really
spoilers.
stupid stuff. that had a good ending.
Yeah.
That's a spoiler I want to know.
I agree.
If a TV show's finished and you're like, does it end well? Well, I'm not watching it.
And I ask, does it end?
Yeah, that helps too.
Yeah.
All right, That's Not a Hat is becoming this little sleeper hit of a party game. Here's the newest one. That's Not a Hat Incognito.
Yes.
But now you're trying to keep track of more than just stuff. You are keeping track of personalities. You remember who anyone is at any moment. The game was already memory-based, and now it's more memory-based, and you can have it. I'm not touching that at all. Kuhnhandel, also known as You're Bluffing in English, has a new edition out.
That's fantastic.
Someone sent me a picture of it from the Nuremberg Fair, and I'm excited because I really like this game.
That's cool. I'm glad this is still in print. It's 20 years old now, I think.
Yeah. I owed him more than that, I think.
More, maybe? Yeah, it's came out in the 30, maybe? Early 90s? 94, maybe?
How do you spell it?
Your bluffing will do it.
Kunh. I spelled it.
No, it's Kuh.
Kuh.
I looked up Your Bluffing. 85.
Oh, 85.
We're not even close, man. It is
So
40 years, man.
I knew this was an anniversary release, but it's 40, not 30.
It's like pre-Adventure Time.
Yeah. This came out before I was born, let's say.
It doesn't make any sense. Should be in black and white.
Does that make you sad? All right. The Gloomies. Gloomies is a
Worst
Filippo
award ceremony.
Landini design where you will sow flowers in a field and then harvest them. Coming from Ravensburger.
Can you plant over the tombstones? That's an inside joke. Don't worry about it.
That was in your mind.
Why?
It's an inside joke. There's a game back there where there's a graphic design on the board.
One rule he
It's
hated, or the
meaningless.
graphic design he does not like.
Oh, I know what game you're talking about. All right.
This looks super cute. I like that Gloomy on the cover. Look at him. Aww. I want to pinch
Pretty
his
cute.
little eyeballs.
Oh, he will eat you.
This looks super abstract, though. It kind of looks like a Candy Crush sort of thing.
It does. Which I would play, Candy Crush.
Yeah.
You will also play the next game, Word Flux.
Language.
Word Flux from Looney Labs is the newest one. I will say I really did like Math Flux.
That's what I thought you were. I thought you were going to like this. 'cause this is
Wait. There's a
educational
math flux, and
Yes.
you dug it?
It's not so bad because Flux
Fits.
is a game about get these two things and you win, just randomly.
Yeah.
Math Flux is can you use these numbers to get to the thing. So you might need 18. I have a 9 and times 2, and that's 18. So
Interesting.
there's a little bit more. It's still Flux, but it was twice as good as normal Flux.
What about word flux?
I wonder if it's the same thing.
It's probably educational.
You have to spell something.
Yep. Another game that keeps coming back in print, another game that's old, is there's a new edition coming of King Up.
Oh, wow.
I know today's news is old games and things coming back. This is a 2003 was the original printing of this. So this one's 22 years old, and you basically have a card. You can see at the very bottom of that screen a card, and it will tell you all the people that you want to do well. And then on your turn, you're basically just taking turns moving people up and sometimes kicking people off. And then when someone gets all the way to the top, to the 10, the game's over, and you score where your people are on the card. There's actually a Super Mario version of this in existence.
Yes. Yeah, basically you just bump somebody up. That's the whole turn. You pick somebody, move them up. But when you move somebody up into the king's seat, everyone votes. Right? And if you get even one no, that person's killed.
Right, but you only have one no, so you're like, I'm not wasting it on this, and you're thinking, well, Tom's going to cancel that
It
one.
might
and
be
then
a
nobody
yes,
does.
and you're like, oh, it's over.
It's
Really?
a really small
It's a
game.
good little game, yeah. And then you score based on the people, so sometimes you want to just push them up before somebody becomes king.
So this is coming from French publisher Spiel ou Face. Yeah, it looks good. It looks like a good version of the game.
It's cute.
Alrighty.
It's no Mario. But
FunForge is no longer kickstarting because they kind of sucked at it. This is their first straight to
great.
retail Tapas. This is a 2-player dueling game. Ludovic Lapine is the designer, and it's an area control. The company is calling it a cousin of the Donuts game that was released from Bruno Catala.
Okay.
You played the Donuts game.
I love the Donuts game.
Yeah, actually, I was surprised at how much I enjoyed it also. So,
I think they might be riding some coattails, and that might be it. But this looks great. I love the artwork in this. I'll try it. And I would love to have Azul pieces that look like some of those.
Yeah, right?
Decorating a Mexican restaurant. I know this is Spanish. Calm down.
Doesn't matter.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I want the theme of Azul to be like you're decorating or like serving plates or something, and the tiles look like this.
Azul's about food.
That shows my lack of culture that I would play Azul a lot more if that was it.
It was about food.
Yes. I'm like, wow.
All right, again, more things coming back from the dead. Next, we have Junk Art Revolution.
Oh, wow.
So this is coming from Spanish publisher Ludanova. This was originally produced from Pretzel Games, which was a subsidiary of Plan B. And it was actually a pretty solid dexterity game. Normally, these dexterity games look like someone went to the craft store, bought a bunch of wood things, threw it in a box. Junk Art was the first one that felt like they deliberately picked the pieces they did,
Yes.
and it had some good rules to it.
Is this just a straight reprint, you think? A slight reworking?
Updated scoring system,
Yeah.
and 3 new cities, which is a city in this game was just a game mode.
Yeah. Okay.
I like the art in the cover.
Oh.
Nice.
All right. And again, more Back for the Dead. And Watson and Holmes is coming out. Watson and Holmes 2. So the original one
Very nice.
from Jesus Torres Castro, a deduction game. This is a deduction game. 1 to 7 people are going to work with Sherlock Holmes to solve some cases.
This one has been on my shelf to try.
Opportunity.
The original one, Watson and Holmes?
Yes, but
It's a good game.
is it? It's
It
like
is a
very
good game.
deep, though, as far as like deduction wise, right?
It's sort of.
Is it like Sherlock Holmes consulting?
No,
That's what I was
no, not at
wondering
all.
about. No?
No, this one has rules, and there's like a structure to it. And on your turn, you pick a place to go read that card. You read a card, you take notes. It's a little note heavy, and it's very quiet. You know what I mean?
Head
You're going to
down.
grab a card, you're going to read it, you're going to take your annotation, put that back. Sometimes you put a token on that card to make somebody else have a harder time to go there and check it. You can use that to bluff, or you can actually like block information out. It is not a shapeless thing. It has very clear rules. It's good, but then once you've done the case, that's kind of it for that one. So
Okay.
you should try it, Joey. It's a good one.
I believe there's also a cooperative version in this one and solo.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, and it's not a co-op before this. It's, you try to win.
Well, this new one can be. Okay, another game coming back, but you never heard of this one. Adamastor. Okay, so
Finally, they're bringing it back.
right, so the first cover is in the upper left.
Wow.
I thought that was a start player token.
Here's the thing, though. This game, let me make sure I have it. I pulled this one
Pirate
up.
game, right?
It's a what? Pirate game, you said?
Top looks pirate.
It gained
They
wealth
both
by
look
sailing
pirate.
the seas. This came
That
out in
bottom is on a
2017. The designer, Orlando Sa, actually has made games you might have heard of. He made
Oh, I
Porto, Neotopia, the Celte game. I think I played that with you
Yep,
and your wife.
yep.
Pessoa, he's done a lot of games for that one company. Yes, Pythagoras, thank you. So he's more well-known, so then he's like, hey, my first game, coming back.
I love that new cover. I really
Coming from
do.
Ludanova. Yeah, so I can guarantee you that first cover hurt the sales of this game.
Oh, I agree.
Straight up.
Yeah.
And the new one has kind of like almost like a biker gang tattoo
That's
vibe
the
of the
thing.
front.
I mean, the ship is the only thing that says, okay, that one's pirates too. Otherwise, I'm like, that's...
It looks like I want to look at it much more closely and see all the little details.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit there. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I like that cover a lot.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, it's
Skulls
very
are not
nautical.
Chris.
They are nautical. Skulls float.
All right, Ares Game announces the release of Eterna. This is a new game from Martin Wallace that I will be very strongly attempting to play this week because we have a copy already.
Ooh. Spoiler.
I don't know.
This goes on Joey's list of, I'll play that too. He has a list about the number of games that Joey's going to play this bash. It's not humanly possible for everyone at the bash collectively to play.
But I will get it done.
How? No, humanly impossible. You don't know what that means?
All right.
I do not.
Anyway, that's going to be out very soon. River Market, coming from Kids Table Board Games.
Oh, my goodness.
This is a 1 to 4 player that plays in 30 minutes. So this is a little faster than most of their games, but it's still taking place in their Maple Valley universe that they've created.
Oh, this is a Creature Comforts spinoff then? I didn't realize this was a universe now.
It's right above River Market. That says Creature Comforts, very small.
Yeah. Which games are in the River Valley universe?
Maple Valley Creature Comforts, Maple Valley, and now River Market, I think.
So 3 games is a trilogy now.
I don't think this is the fact that this one's 30 minutes makes me think it's a spinoff more than a trilogy.
I'm going to go with trilogy.
All right, cool. Anyhow.
I would live in that universe.
Why? What do you mean?
You just pet everyone.
No, they don't want you to touch them. They're like people, basically. There's
actually people wearing furry outfits.
Oh, then no, I would not let it go to that.
Go pet them.
I will not pet them then.
When we did the top 100 recently, one of the games we were surprised that completely fell off the people's choice was Parks.
Yep.
But a new edition's coming out, so maybe come back. That cover. Now, I'm curious what you think about this, because everyone liked the very charming artwork of Parks. This is a very different style.
It is a different style, but I still think it's very charming. I'm confused as to what the
hump on the buffalo is.
No, that's what they look like.
That's what buffaloes look like.
They're flat?
Yeah. That one had
they're not camels.
That one had a shearing incident. Anyway, I like the look of Parks before this. I think it's a very striking, again, very heavy line sort of work. So is this. I don't understand. Yes, it's a different style, but it still is very saturated, very charming. And the difference here being, well, they changed the game a little bit, but they have artwork from the same, it's the same look for every park. So that's part of it. The other one had a few different artists that kind of, made artwork for the cards. They also have all the parks now. Apparently there's right now 63 parks, and they're all in here.
That's true, although one of the parks is the size of a city block or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Anyway, it looks good to me. I think this second edition is... I've heard a lot of back and forth online. People are like, what? What are you doing?
So this is, you said rule changes in this, right? Or small?
I think there's a few very small rules changes. There's also a sprinkling of some stuff from the expansions in this. Okay. And then some component changes as well. It looks good to me. I would love to be able to mess with this in person and see what I think, because I'm wondering, just playing with the bits. Like one thing it does, for example, is you have a backpack card in front of you, and it's split into 12 spaces.
Someone said they lost the rights.
They lost the rights to 59 parks artwork or whatever.
Yeah. So then they've just changed the whole thing. That makes more sense.
It makes sense, absolutely. I get why, but it's still a nice way to do this. And
all right, cool. Well, get it. It's coming out. When is this coming out? That doesn't say. Oh, in quarter two. I was about to say next year. Then I realized 2025 is this year.
Yeah, Joey. Fix it.
All right. And finally, Ravensburger Leia has number 7 coming out. I couldn't tell you what the other numbers are. The world.
6, 5.
The Druids of Adora.
This looks pretty good to me, man. I like that cover. That's pretty evocative.
Wow. See,
you don't like that?
I think graphic design-wise, it's very well done.
Yeah.
But the name is like, are you kidding? Another game about druids from Alea? I don't care.
Yeah, I understand that for sure, but I like the look. I like that they're going right into that fancy schmancy line.
Yeah.
Which is weird because the cover of those was always kind of abstracted, wasn't it?
This is not even on Board Game Geek yet.
It's that new. I'm excited for this one. I like the stuff Stefan Feld's been doing, and I want to try this one.
It is interesting. You think I thought Queen had him tied up, but we're starting to see him branch out from it. Civolution.
I know.
And now this. So
dude is a machine.
He is indeed. Alrighty. Oh, Chris is writing the numbers down. Okay, Chris.
Wow. Okay, let's get.
Oh, so we can get to 7.
Here we go. Okay.
Do you know these, or did you find the list online?
He found it.
There's no way you had these in your head.
Oh, no way. Okay, so
Las Vegas Royale,
whatever. Castles of Burgundy.
Never heard of it.
Yes.
Castle Tuscany.
Pretty good.
Wow, that game really kind of went off the radar.
It went away. Puerto Rico, okay. Carpe Diem, yes. Shadow Council, what? What is that?
Shadow Council is a space-themed game that came out with no fanfare, we were traveling to Gen Con, and we saw it at that Level Up store, and I was like, it's a new game from Malaya, so I bought it. And
Any good?
played it. It's good. It's a little wonky, but it's good.
It's definitely the one you have to keep because of the numbers. Somebody, people
that's
do
true.
that. They're like, well, I have to keep Shadow Council because
their
otherwise
original numbers.
the 6 is missing.
Their original numbers, I remember Puerto Rico was number 9.
Yeah.
And you were like, ooh, I'll collect all of them. Then that 10, 11, 12, 13, they sucked so much. They had so many bad numbers after that.
Really?
Yeah.
So they renumbered them or what?
Yeah,
They
they
started again with like a cleaned up line or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it's confusing. Stop putting numbers on games. I really don't like that.
More numbers.
All right, that's the news.
That was easy
I
mode.
thought that was easy.
No, today was a little harder than usually.
All right.
It's really hard today.
Got one, yeah. If you got 1 or 2, lots of respect because it was harder today. I made it hard on purpose.
I made a terrible mistake in picking today's topic for top 3
Why?
because I realized I didn't put many parameters on it, which was
Yes.
problematic. I should have put parameters on it.
I put my own parameters on it.
I did too. So the topic is, if we had a time machine, top 3 historical moments we go back and see.
What parameters are you guys putting on this so I know what's going on?
No. So what I did was I thought, even though I'm trying to think realistically, and I'm hoping this is true of me, even though I think battles are cool, I don't know that I would want to watch a battle for real.
Sure.
And eating chips and stuff.
I didn't say I was taking chips with me.
Of course
What's
you're taking
wrong with you? So I
food.
cut, and that's the thing. I kind of historically would be like, oh, I'd like to see Gettysburg, but also seeing it for real would really throw me off, I think.
That would be very disturbing, I bet.
I also cut a lot of stuff because I think all of mine would have been like, I would like to go back and see Jesus. That's just an automatic for me, so I'm taking that off the list.
I cut religious stuff too. Yeah. Well,
okay, let's
no.
be
No
cautious
cut
there. It's
those,
actually
yeah.
historical, but I didn't want to be narrowed down into that, so I just deleted that. But they would all be like, that'd be my top 200, right? I just go, let's do that. Those were my parameters. That's all.
I cut like battles because you didn't say like, could I also die? So I'm like, if I go back to Gettysburg, I'm like, where would I be?
Oh, no,
put?
I'm like watching from like a safe bubble or something.
Okay,
Come
I'm just
on,
making
no.
sure that's where we're
Of
at.
course.
My other caveat is I stopped after a while because there's too many things. There's like
so many things.
Again,
I had a lot.
We'll do this again in the future, and we'll narrow down to specific things.
Yeah, we're going to need to because, woo. Anyway, all right, who's first, guys?
I think Joe. Go ahead.
All right. First was the one that, for me, like finding out mysteries, things like that, figuring it out. Nobody else knows.
Oh, I just thought of one. Oh!
For me, that first one's the mystery. I would go back to, not where it's created, but the last person to have the Ark of the Covenant. I want to find out where it is. I'm sorry.
That's not a moment in history.
It is. Somebody last touched it.
No,
it is probably
no.
behind a couch somewhere that I would come back and I would know where it is. And I could
That's
tell you where I could
no,
know.
that's
Oh, he's doing
different.
his-
What you're doing is different
No,
than
it's
like
a moment.
3 historical moments.
Somebody last touched that in history. I'm telling you. There was the
that's
last
different.
Is your number 2 going to be like where Blackbeard's treasure is?
Yeah, come on, man. You just want to be a time.
Al Capone hiding all the stuff that was supposed to be in the vault.
person. Yes.
He's trying to be a
Geraldo knows
time
that. He took
pirate. Is
it.
what he is.
I
Okay,
would- I
All
wouldn't
right, give me a
steal
real
it.
historical moment. That was trash.
come on. My number 3 is I want to see the landing of the Mayflower.
Oh, that's a good one.
I want to see where it lands. I want to see what that's like. Hang out for a few days. See how those people settle in. The
Eat some
interaction with natives.
It didn't happen right away.
I thought they there's like a meal for them when they
That sounds very
got off the ship.
difficult. I mean, that sounds like it's going to be a little heart wrenching, maybe. And I'm sure that was a very perilous, and when they landed, like they were not doing great.
They had to show their card.
And they had a hard time walking at first because when you're on a ship that long.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah,
And
there's
just
no
like
way.
that first year was rough, right? A lot happens, but I kind of want to see just what that's like, approaching a new land for the first time ever and knowing what will come from that. In my own head, would be flabbergasting, I think. I would definitely sort of, be stunned seeing that. So, anyway,
That's a good
the
one.
landing of the Mayflower on America.
Number 3 is the Nazis stealing the Ark of the Covenant.
Is it
no,
really?
it's not.
I want to see that guy
so
melting.
stupid.
Opening it.
I don't remember what my number 3 is. I don't remember the order. Okay. World's Fair, Chicago, 1893.
Okay, very nice.
I've always been.
Is that the Tesla battle or no?
I don't know
know.
everything that happened there. I just think it would be neat. You would see such a cross section of history there, like walking through because they were showing off. You'd see a lot of stuff for the first time where they were like, "Look at this new thing that no one's ever seen before."
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I think that'd be neat. Now there's some horrific stuff there too, where they had like people in like cages and like,
Right.
look, they're from another country. Like,
Really?
yeah, there
Oh,
was some of
wow.
that stuff, but just to see it, to like walk down the streets and see what culture was like, and then you just had stuff from all over the world in one spot. So I thought that'd be a neat thing to see.
I like
Number
it.
2,
I like that one.
What do you want to find out this time?
I know. Number 2 is just more of a, this is me just being a tourist. I want to go back to, doesn't matter when, somewhere in the big meat of it, the dinosaurs. I got to see dinosaurs, man. I got to see if they were really this just epically awesome. Or if we got it 100% wrong.
Did you make your list like this morning, right when you got here?
No,
Okay.
these have been thought about. You don't think dinosaurs?
Are these all Spielberg things you're going with? What's the first one? I want to go back to and see the biggest shark that's ever
Oh,
lived.
no, let's go back many years ago in a galaxy far, far away.
On my first of all, it was many years ago. But yes. Most of my
love
history I
this,
get from
man.
movies.
I want to go see that one famous war horse.
Oh, you don't ruin my number
What are
4.
you talking about, dude? Anyway, look, I'll give you.
Tell me you would not want to see dinosaurs.
I want to see dinosaurs so much that it's sort of also my number 2. But
It's not,
specifically,
It
I want to
is.
see supposedly the mass extinction event.
No,
happen.
see, you're violent. I want to see them living and thriving.
Can you
I wanna see them
imagine?
dying?
Can you imagine this, though? Being a witness to a cataclysm of this proportion is like...
You're not. You said you're in that magic bubble, right?
Yeah,
That's-
I mean, obviously, you have to be somewhere you can survive. Watch this and survive it,
Listen,
right? But
I got mine Spielberg. You got yours Atlanta before time.
I'm just saying, this is amazing. Think about... Yes, I want to hang out a
Can't
couple...
believe you both have dinosaurs.
I want to hang out a couple of days before it begins. I want to see
you
like
gonna
you're
tell him?
doing, like hang out in the bushes and be like, "Watch out, little dinosaur!" Oh,
Why?
it didn't matter anyway. He'll get his in like 2 days.
Why a few days before? Do you want to get to know them before they go?
He wants to feel something.
I want to see the dinosaurs, right? Pluck their feathers.
That's just sad.
But
Where'd you
then-
even get that photo? It's
I
horrible.
know. But I want to see this. A mass
with you?
extinction event is like, again, an awe-inspiring, humbling
Yeah.
thing.
But you're going to be disappointed. It's going
Cosmic,
to end up being the flu or something.
That's kind of what I want to see, too. What happened?
By the way, Chris is pointing out there that this was probably not a quick event either.
Oh, I know. I get it.
He's got time. He's got chips.
I kind of
We're
just
all
want
bringing
to see.
Why are chips being
Everyone's
brought?
bringing food.
No,
All of
Yeah.
these
we're
things,
gonna eat the
to be
food there, so
fair,
it's fine.
all of these things I want to see
While eating?
kind of take some time, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like the Mayflower landing. I don't want to just be there like as soon as it touches, be like, all right, cool, guys, thanks, bye. I want to like see them for a year or whatever.
I was on the cruise. They get in at 6 a.m. and they can undock at like 9.
I think my number 2 is similar to Joey's in some ways.
Yes.
Yes, the building of the pyramids. I'd like to know
Okay.
how it was done,
I
but I also
agree.
think it'd be kind of neat to see that. I'm always kind of enamored when I see these Egyptian kind of broken down giant things, the temples, the pyramids, the Sphinx. I would like to see this stuff from the beginning.
You
I
say
like
this takes a long time. Yeah, building the pyramids was a few hours tops. This is also going to take a long time. You want to watch it toil
I
for
wanna
a few
come in-
months, or
I want to come in when they're putting the top piece on.
the gold
Yeah,
crown bit?
The gold crown, and
Oh,
and then
yeah.
all the people are there, and I see the whole Egyptian city in its glory without the smog and skyscrapers in the background.
And the nose still on the Sphinx.
And the aliens leaving.
The Stargate still working.
Still working, right.
Wow, this list has been ruined. All right, let's go to number 1.
Okay. All right, my number 1, this is going to be good for my family to figure out some fights on here. I want to go back and I want to see exactly why King Tut died. All right? This has been, I don't think you know, with a mother-in-law that's an Egyptologist, a wife that is, they argue. They're like, oh, it was a chariot race. No, he was killed by the next one who's kind of like Eye or whatever. It is a big, and now every year they come out with new evidence.
This really sounds like a personal thing here. Like,
Yeah, it makes sense. It's very personal. I like that.
The whole thing is, I mean, this whole guy was like young.
He'd be so disappointed. He'd be like,
that's the
choke on
thing.
some food and fall overnight. You'd be like, I'm glad I wasted my time machine on this.
That would be a huge disappointment if he choked. I'd be like, I got to Heimlich out this bubble and then just fix it, then just change the entire world.
That would be a very serious problem.
The time police will come for you.
They would.
You can't save him.
I would have to save him.
He was very young when he died.
Yes.
Also, right?
And he was erased completely. That's why they found him, because they just buried his tomb and just like, nope, we're not mentioning that.
Was he a tyrann? I wonder if he was like a very tyrannical leader.
Here's what would
At
happen.
14, he probably
Here's what
was
happens.
tyrannical.
Joey goes back to see what happened.
Yeah.
He can't find King Tut anywhere.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
No, and then eventually you die. You go into the society.
Oh, no.
You become a king because of your knowledge of power, and you can boil water and not die from it, and stupid things like that.
And then Tut comes,
you die, and you are King Tut.
And then Tut comes back here, and he's on the channel the next week, and no one notices there's a change.
No.
Okay.
Tom's been reading Timeline.
Yes, I have.
Best movie ever.
Michael Crichton.
Michael Crichton's at everything. All right.
Was that Michael Crichton?
What's your number 1?
It was.
My number 1 is watching Michael Crichton write.
Timeline.
I love I'm going to pick the one book that like no one read.
I read it.
No, my number 1 is a crossover with Tom, Pyramids. I want to see the pyramids.
Oh, really?
I'm going to
being
count
built.
that as a 3-way crossover.
No,
You want to just go check out where King Tut was hanging out.
You said, I don't want to see. He yelled at you for violence. He's like, I want to see how this guy dies.
I know. I want to watch him perish. I wanted to see the pyramids being built. And again, obviously, it's sort of a not quite a time lapse thing, but check in every couple months. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Just to see
How's it coming? Where's your heart at?
Yeah, I'm like, but open a window in the bubble. Oh, it's still going.
So hot.
It just sounds fascinating to see something like this, you know?
I think a time machine would be filled with the best of all snacks.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Not chips.
Well, good chips like Pringles.
You just lost 10% of our viewers by that.
Right. But you gained Pringles sponsorship. That's good.
It's a big
All
one.
right, Chris, just put my number 1 up. That's right. The signing of the Declaration of Independence. I would like to go and sit and listen to them kind of argue and get to the point. This is like a week or two. So, and seeing slowly how it went from people who weren't going to declare independence to them doing so.
All the rapping. I want to hear all them rapping, all them sick burns.
They look a lot different than what I saw on Broadway. But no, I think it would be a neat thing to go watch.
Agree.
My favorite episode of that John Adams miniseries, which has a lot of very slow, boring moments in it.
But it's good.
Is the series that they did, the part about Declaration. Just interesting to see him and Thomas Jefferson slowly kind of tilt everyone to doing it because half the people didn't want to do it.
So you've already seen it sounds like.
I saw HBO's
Well,
version of what happened there.
It wasn't actual footage.
HBO has a time machine, guys.
This was my, honestly, it was my number like 3 until I got bumped for Tut. But it was, but also I know it's signed over days and all that. And
Oh, really?
it was this or the crossing the Delaware. Something in that revolutionary, but this probably be the moment where you get to see all those names you've heard about.
I bumped 1 for the crossover with you, Joe, with the dinosaurs. My original number 2 was going to be seeing Mount Vesuvius erupt.
I thought so too, but I thought it was too violent. Then you pop off with
I know, but then I like kicked it up. I'm like, why watch
extinction
one
level
volcano go to town when I can watch
That's-
the whole world burn?
I know.
All right.
Now,
So we're
nobody
going to
has-
do this list again in the future, folks, with some more strict
Positive things.
parameters.
What about Stonehenge? You know why I put Stonehenge?
I was so close. I definitely was like, I want to see what's up. Were there druids? Was there a portal that
There
opened
were
up in the middle?
druids. There was a Stargate at that point, right?
I want to know what that circle is for. Were they bored?
That's true.
Why are
Is
we
it
back
a
at the news?
Is it a celebration of the wheel?
Oh, druids.
Yes.
All right, let's move on. What is
This is a segment where we take a look at a board game based on an IP, and I tell you if the IP and the mechanisms match. Today we're looking at Wicked, the board game. Then I will take the cards that are left over, hand it to Alphabet here. She will draw a card, and then she will also play 2 cards. So maybe she'll play the green card and this. Then she will pass on. That person will draw a card, and that will continue until everybody's out of cards. When the round ends, then the first player marker will move to the next person, and that person will draw 8 cards to start the hand and continue on. At any point that you have a set, so I have 4, which is required here. I could hold out and go for 6 or 8, but I'm just going to show you how this works. I would take 2 of these magics, and I would have 2 of these. If you look here on the chapter cards, this will start over. It'll tell you how you're going to be, and then chapter 1 will start. It will tell me I need 4 magic. When collectively all the players have 4, they can choose to turn this in, and they will turn over this, gaining a benefit, and then they'll usually have a choice to make, and then you'll go over the next chapter 6. If you're able to get through all 5 chapters of the game, you will win before the wizard gets to 13. Wicked the board game does a very good job of providing your family and friends a light cooperative board game. I really did enjoy this. It has drafting, it has set collecting, and it has a track that the wizard will be going on that you're trying to stop from doing it. He's not just attacking you. He's doing his own thing. Sometimes you'll inadvertently help him, which kind of plays into the movie a little bit. Now, the theme comes through. You have the 3 effect, you have the tower, you have the characters, you have unique artwork, and there's a lot pushing through the narrative. Now, you are card drafting and you are set collecting, which takes you out of it a little bit. But I think for a movie tie-in board game, boy, they nailed this one. I really like this game. I had a great time playing with my daughter. And this is actually a light cooperative game I have no problem bringing out. Even if I didn't like Wicked, I would still want to play this game. The mechanism and IP match pretty well. I mean, they take set collecting and drafting and kind of shoehorn it in here, but it works for me. This is a game that most people are going to walk past and it's just a movie tie-in. This was a fun experience for us. It's just on the lighter side.
All right, folks.
Right.
Today we're taking a real brief look here at some trains that we got. These were delivered as Kickstarter. You have those boxes.
Oh, yes, I do.
Remarkable rail cars. Remarkable rail cars. And there's another box. And then the other one is called
Remarkable also. Extraordinary engines.
Extraordinary Engines. These are literally the same thing. These are basically sets of alternate trains for games. Also, Ticket to Ride. Does it say Ticket to Ride on the box? It says virtually any train game. But you will do it in Ticket to Ride. And I know that because each of these comes with a little scoring piece specifically made for the Ticket to Ride track.
That stacks
Yeah.
in a nice way, yeah.
So there is, between the 2 of these, there is 8 different boxes. I like some, I don't like some. There's 3 I don't like.
Okay, let's talk about the ones you don't like, Tom.
I don't like this pink.
Is it because they're
Monorail?
both beginnings and ends? There's no middle part?
This would work for the Japan speed train
Yeah.
track, but
The
they just
bullet
don't
trains,
look. The bullet trains, they just don't look. I don't know. I don't like the way they look.
I don't love those. Okay.
Okay, I don't like these because I think they're boring.
I like them, but you're right that they're sort of simple.
Best ones.
Here,
are-
I'll show these off here. Hold on. There you go. They're just sort of very clean, very simple. They have little windows. There's not a whole lot to them on the bottom. You see the little that's it.
They're a nice color. And
They look like a one that could come in a game for real.
And then I'll let Z explain why I don't like these.
These are monorails, but instead of it comes with the track as well. So as you can see, it'll stand on. Okay, it'll stand like that. And I just hate that. I mean, they do seem to stand okay, but they're fiddly and annoying.
No way. They're going to fall over all the time.
That is a really annoying one. So that one's right out. For me, this is my least favorite. No contest right away.
Then we got these. These are kind of typical, the ones that hold coal. Those look kind of cool.
Those are cool. I like
Yeah,
those
I like
a lot.
those.
Then
Those
we
are
have
cool.
these, which have a glass container on the roof.
I like those.
Those
They almost look like a
sweet.
school bus. But
Yeah, those are cool.
They
though.
have giraffes in there and what have you.
Yeah, these are really cool.
Yeah,
And then,
I like those a lot.
And then these red ones have a little giraffe head poking out on the top. No, animals on the side. Sorry, not giraffe head. That's the official Ticket to Ride ones.
Oh, yeah.
These have little animal heads poking out on each side. I like that a lot.
Little circus ones.
And then I love these graffiti ones because not only are they graffiti, but they actually have different colors. There's green, yellow, and I don't think it ruins the
Showing off here.
I don't think it ruins the motif of them by having the different colors on the side. You'll still know they're your color.
They're the
train.
black trains, right.
I think these are my favorite.
Those are very, very cool. I think my favorites are the
I'm sorry.
yellow ones.
I forgot the.
Yeah, yellow.
I'm sorry, I forgot to show up the purple engines, which they're kind of basic, maybe.
And they're all engines, which is kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My favorites by far are the yellow ones. They have a clear top you can see inside of them. They just
Those are your
look
favorite too?
really
Yeah, they just look cool. They're
slick.
so different.
Yeah. Plus, it's yellow. I play yellow, and I like that.
All right, so if I'm going to replace them in the Ticket to Ride game, we'll use these two
Yeah.
and the green ones. That's 3,
Yeah.
and the red ones and the blue ones. I guess these 5.
There you go.
Wait, what's? Oh yeah, we're not using the monorails.
These are awful.
And the pinks and purples are out. There you go. And they also come in these little tins.
That's nice.
These are not cheap to get these trains, but I do like them a lot. And if you want to upgrade Ticket to Ride or other train games, like if you have Age of Steam or something, instead of using discs, you can use a train.
Here's what's funny. The 3 you're not using are the 3 that come in extraordinary engines. It's literally monorails, the purple, and the bullet trains.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
I did
And
not even notice
he
that.
did not know that. That was not on purpose. So this one's fully out. It's all the other ones you like.
Huh. Cool. That makes it easy for me to recommend this.
There you go.
Remarkable Railways. And that's it for today, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Of course, we got other reviews and videos going up all week long, so you got lots of things to watch.
Lots of stuff.
And we're going to try, it may or may not work out, we're going to try to stream live tomorrow from the bash. Just put a camera on and you can see just what's going on if you want something on in the background. And then Joey run by every moment and go,
I will show you all Fire Tower.
we'll tell Jason it exists and he'll just come talk to you for hours.
Yeah, and he'll do impressions and sing.
It'll be fantastic. Anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Basil.
I'm Z Garcia.
And I'm Joey Evans. Woo.
Going back in time. Hey folks, thanks for watching another one of our videos. If you like our videos, if you like our channel, you would love to game with us at one of our conventions. Check out Dice Tower Cruise, Dice Tower East, and Dice Tower West. Fantastic conventions where we play games with wonderful people, a humongous library, and lots of other events and stuff. Also, don't forget to check out our channel, like and subscribe. I'm Tom Basil.